Hello, in today's video, we will discuss about a very important polycrest remedy, that is Aconitum Napellus. So in today's lecture, we will basically discuss about the sphere action of Aconite Napellus on human body, that how actually this medicine works on human body. So common name of this medicine is wolf's vein, or you can say monk's hood. So here, as you can see on the screen, at your screen, we have a plant. So this plant is called as Aconitum Napellus. Here you can see we have various potentized Aconite Napellus medicines. In 30 potency, we have a mother tincture. So here I have made one beautiful mnemonic in order to remember this medicine for permanently in your mind. So as you can see here on the screen, Aconite, A stands for anxiety, C stands for calmness, O stands for overwhelming fear, N stands for nauseous trios, I stands for ignitia-like hysteria, T stands for tension, E stands for evening and night aggravation. So this beautiful mnemonic will help you to remember this medicine for permanently. Now, we will discuss about the sphere of action of Aconite Napellus on human body. So, Aconite has 9 special center of action, and they are heart, circulation, temperature, CNS, mucous membrane, stomach, lungs, tendons and fibrous tissues, serous membrane. So we will study them one by one. So first sphere of action of Aconite is, first center is heart and arterial capillaries and blood vessels. Now we will learn how Aconite act on this particular center. So toxic doses of Aconite paralyzes directly the nervous ganglia of the heart and produces at first a reduction of number of heart pulsations and then an increased action with evident loss of muscular power, and finally irregular systolic movements with very long intervening pauses ending in diastolic paralysis, and each individual pulsation is lessened until death. So when the muscle of the heart will not respond to the galvanic irritations, its contractibility is totally destroyed, or you can say it's totally lost. Now everybody is very much familiar that roots of this plant Aconite Napellus have a very toxic chemical which is called as atropia. So administration of this particular chemical, that is atropia, paralyzes this nerve and it affects the heart in the same way as it affects the organs. Now as we all know that Aconite is a protoplasmic poison and destroys the function of all nitrogenous tissues, first of all CNS, next nerves, and lastly muscles. So Aconite affects all the structure of the heart, first its ganglia, secondly its nerves, and thirdly but lastly its muscular substances. So this was all about how Aconite Napellus acts on heart and arterial capillaries and blood vessels. Now next center of Aconite is SEROUS. It's not fully settled, but according to some scientists, that is Legios and Hotot, they believe that it first paralyzes the perceptive centers, which are located above the spinal cord, and afterward the terminations, and lastly the trunk of the sensory nerves. So this was all about how Aconite acts on CNS. Now we'll learn the third center, that is serous membrane. So Aconite affects especially the capillaries of serous membrane, producing paralysis and intense congestion through a direct impression upon the retinae of the cerebrospinal and vasomotor nerves which are supplying to them. Inflammation of the serous membrane does not generally goes on to ulceration, sloughing and gangrene, but the fluid that is thrown out in the second stage, which is called as adhesive inflammation. So the fluid undergoes such an organized process as to glue the opposing surfaces of the serous membrane together. So this was the action of Aconite Napellus on the serous membrane. Enter we have tendons and fibrous tissues. So how Aconite act on this center? So Aconite has a special and specific action on joints, producing inflammation and of rheumatic character, and no remedy will be often so called for an acute inflammation of the joints, especially if used locally as well as internally, produced as an ointment or you can say cream. So this was the action of Aconite on tendons and fibrous tissues. Now fifth center might act on this. So Aconite first produces chilliness, more especially down the spine and sides, and soon followed by general and constant burning heat with elevation of the temperature, and this is followed by copious perspiration from an increased flow of the blood to the skin. But in fatal cases of poisoning with aconite, temperature has been found to fall 3 degrees, and in acute inflammation with high temperature. So this was all about the sphere action of Aconite Napellus. So in next video we will discuss about drug picture of Aconite Napellus. Till then, stay connected with us and thanks for watching our video.